Hello, I'm Miss Holmes and welcome to my presentation on creative approaches to teaching and learning across the core subjects. Before we start, we should establish what is meant by creativity. According to Estc and Barnes, creativity can be interpreted in a number of ways, therefore there is no right or wrong way to interpret this. However, I have decided to use the definition provided by the NACCCE, as they define creativity as purposeful, imaginative activities that are designed to create original and valuable outcomes in relation to a set objective. Secondly, we should discuss what is meant by teaching creatively and teaching for creativity. Teaching creatively is when teachers use imaginative approaches to make learning more interesting, exciting, and effective. Teachers can be highly creative in developing materials and approaches that fire children's interests and motivate their learning. This is a necessary part of all good teaching. Teaching for creativity can help students improve their critical thinking skills, motivation, and engagement, and begin to understand the role of creativity in developing new knowledge. It also provides teachers with more opportunities to support and assess diverse learners. Craft 2005 suggests that practitioners' pedagogy should be creative and draw students into their learning. Therefore, their learning is creative and the practitioners are teaching for creativity. The way I suggest we implement our creative teaching strategy is through the use of Fogarty's web model, also known as a thematic approach. Envision the web model as a telescope through which you can view an entire constellation of disciplines at once. According to Fogarty and Peat 2009, this approach to the curriculum development begins with a theme that is used as an overlay for the different subjects, linking together the different disciplines and providing rich possibilities for subject development through cross-curricular teaching. For example, if we use the book The Great Pet Sale as the basis for our topic in our Year 2 class, we can then use it to make cross-curricular links throughout the national curriculum. Today I will be explaining how we can implement this using the core subjects of English, Maths and Science. We can also then take this theme and put it into real-life context for the children. For example, deciding on a class pet. Through putting a relatable real-life dilemma at the centre of the topic, it will help children to become invested and provide them with opportunities to develop their problem-solving skills through a cross-curricular approach, teaching them that knowledge and skills such as questioning and experimenting are not confined to specific subjects. We can then begin to plan our lessons. In English, the children could be predicting what will happen next in the story, reading non-fiction books about the different types of animals, and practice their creative and persuasive writing in relation to the class pet. In Maths, the children can practice their money management and data handling through a role play of the pet shop. In Science, the children can identify the animals in the book and research what animal would be suitable as their class pet. To ensure the children are progressing with their learning, we should constantly be evaluating and assessing them, and then using this to inform our planning alongside the national curriculum. One problem we may encounter through using this approach is assessment. Oliver, 2006, describes assessment as a journey in which a variety of evidence is used to support children's understanding. This is reinforced by Dean. Ellis and Lawrence reinforce this by suggesting ways in which we can gather the evidence. They suggest we do this by conducting both individual and group observations, creating a portfolio of the children's work with reflective commentary, and create a scale of progress based on the national curriculum. There are two main theorists associated with this approach to creative teaching, the first of which is Piaget. Piaget theorized that children learn through the acquisition and use of schemas. He believed that practical learning helped these schemas to assimilate. Therefore, they could be accessed more efficiently, removing subject barriers, consequently aiding in the children's problem-solving abilities. The second theorist, Vygotsky, agreed with Piaget. However, he felt that more emphasis should be put on the social aspect of a creative curriculum. He believed children are more motivated to learn when working together. Therefore, there should be opportunities for collaborative work throughout our creative curriculum. There are some negatives with this approach, one of which we have already addressed, being assessment. The second is that, without careful planning, parts of the curriculum may be missed or diluted. We'll combat this by teaching both through our webbed approach and standalone lessons to ensure the curriculum is being met.